Ever since the Sauber of Felipe Massa passed Jenson Button into turn 1 at the very first Chinese Grand Prix in 2004, Shanghai has consistently provided close racing and extraordinary memories. It's where Lewis Hamilton effectively lost the title in his rookie year, and it's where Nico Rosberg claimed Mercedes' first win of the modern era in 2012. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before the braking zone of turn 14. Joining me once again to take you through this race is the effervescent Anthony Davidson, and I'm very much looking forward to it getting underway. You raced here, of course, didn't you, back in your Super Aguri days in that infamous Chinese Grand Prix of 2007?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't last that long, though, unfortunately. Qualifying had gone pretty well, but my brakes failed quite early in the race, around lap 10 or 11, something like that. And of course, back in 2004, I was the very first Formula 1 driver to complete a lap of this circuit. Just thought I'd mention that for you, Crofty. You like a good stat. It's a fairly tough circuit on the brakes here, though. You know, it's that long back straight down into turn 14, and then you got turn 6 and 11. They're quite heavy as well. On top of that, managing your front tyre wear is always a challenge around here, so there's a lot to keep in mind during the Grand Prix.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Johansson, Valtteri Bottas and Ricciardo, Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Perez and Kevin Magnussen, Alonso, Sainz, Romain Grosjean and Van Dorn, Ocon, Ericsson, Charles Leclerc and Brendan Hartley. Stroll and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, we qualified higher than we were anticipating. Let's see if we can do just as well in the race. Start. Let's get back on track. Alonso is ahead of you. time last lap was a 1:45.8. Gap to teammate behind is 8.6 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. The time last lap was a 1:53.6. Is ahead of you. The gap is less than a second. You're losing 3 seconds a lap. They're on fresh ultra softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:41.4. Is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 0.8 seconds. You're losing 4 seconds a lap. Try to pick up the pace. They're on fresh ultra softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:41.5. Battle ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.9 seconds. We're dropping more than 5 seconds a lap. We have to find more speed. They're on fresh ultra softs. The time last lap was a 1:41.3. Second place. You're in second place. Vettel is ahead of you. Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh ultra softs. Hamilton behind. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh ultra softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Position, front of the pack, Vettel behind, less than a second separate you. They're on fresh ultra softs. This is your final lap of the race. fantastic drive. Just fantastic. You deserved that race win.
Here's our winner, pulling their Toro Rosso into Parc Fermé, and what a fantastic race. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
Well, this is it. This is where they all want to be. Here come the top three then, out onto the podium after a fascinating Grand Prix. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Johansson increases their championship lead. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I'm going to go for Sebastian Vettel. People have suggested before that he can't race wheel to wheel, but as he showed today, it's nonsense.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
great work out there today. How do you think it went? It doesn't get much better than a win at this track, does it? You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you? Another podium. You must be getting used to it up there. Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing. Appreciate your time.